Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and I want to tell you what an incredible day I'm having talking to the wonderful people here at Computek, beautiful Toronto, Ontario. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
Great. So I am Shikha Syamala. I'm the Director of Admissions. So I oversee the sales, which I believe is one of the important things where the money lies in. And plus, I take care of the marketing as well here.
Right.
I've been associated with Computek for like 4 years plus.
So 4 years here at Computek. You know, one thing that I've really come to learn about Computek is that they approach the journey holistically. So they're looking at all aspects of the student's life. Talk to me about the importance of making sure all the barriers are dropped for the students, financial barriers, clearing a pathway so that they can learn.
Okay. So I think the best way to say it would be the way I have seen my journey as well, because our students, most of our students, we look at are helping immigrants here, right? So I myself has been an immigrant couple of years, 5 years back. So when I came in here, I was clueless where to go. Like, this is a new country, where would I go and get an education? Where should I apply for jobs? Where should I go out and build my networking skills? Where should I go and even open up a bank account? What are the documents required? So sometimes, and not sometimes, I believe most of the times, being a new immigrant is very difficult for you, and it's very challenging when you do not know anyone in this new country. You have already taken this big step of moving out of your country, and the next big step is settling down in a new country. So it's not easy for any immigrant, and we have seen that pain. I have seen that pain, and I think many people in our college have gone through that pain, and that helps us to connect with our newcomers who have been here, whether you, yourself, your family members. And I think that being said, some of the challenges which I've mentioned, I think those are very few which you see in day-to-day life. Plus, there are communication skills barriers. There are barriers on not knowing where to go and find the right employer, how to get certification on your skills. We have seen students who've been like doctors in their own country, but they were here and they had no clue what to do after coming here with their doctorate degree, and they were actually working in factory, like the warehouses. So I think the challenge for an immigrant or for our students has been every day they have to go through the pain of not knowing what they're going to face tomorrow and not having any support. And when I'm saying support, I think it's obviously the mental support which you need, the love and care, but plus also the right direction. So I believe that's something we are looking forward to help our students with. And plus, we have seen great minds coming from different countries to this land of opportunity, which we call as Canada, right? So just showing them the right path is what we are trying to do, I guess.
You know, I want to pick up on a couple of words that you use there. You use the words love and care. Mm-hmm. That's not something you normally hear in an admissions office, right? That speaks of home. That's the type of language you use at home. And that's the kind of feeling you get here at Computek. It's like home. Talk to me about that.
Computek is my home. And believe me when I say that, I do not move here with my family. And the only place which I could connect with, where I got the right guidance, or we give it to our students, has been home. And that's how, even for our employees, we connect to Computek. And that's why we are able to give it to the outside world, to the new migrants who are coming here as students. So on that word home, because I feel it as a home, my colleagues here, they see it as a home. And we know how important it is for you, for your personal growth overall. So that's what we're trying to give it to our students, because we see that happening with us, the support we got it. So home, yes, love and care does not actually fall in sales or in numbers, but I think that's an important part for you to grow, because I genuinely believe you cannot grow, whether it's be your country, company, organization, at whatever level, but you will not be able to grow if you have that feeling of love, care, support, and even if you're doing something wrong, but having that support and knowing that you have your options to fall back, I think is important, and we believe in that.
And it's very obvious. The students that I've spoken with, the staff that I've spoken with, they talk about their learning journey, whether they're taking the courses or giving the courses differently. They talk about the relationship between the students and instructors differently. It's speaking of empowering people. It's not instructing people, it's empowering people. Talk to me about the difference between being a teacher and somebody that coaches and empower somebody?
Empowerment is our second value, which you have mentioned, which is Computek's value, which we believe in. Empowerment in different ways. As you have mentioned, I think we do not believe in giving the education. Yes, that's what all colleges are here for. But I think at Computek, we believe in providing an education with an holistic approach, which means empowering them to make that decision of what they want to do in their life after coming here, after coming to Canada, right? Look, so most of our students are aged between, I would say, 25 to 45 age group, where they're already into that category of being an adult. So it's not that you're giving them and telling them this is the right path. They have already had lifelong experiences and skills with them, which they have proven themselves in their own countries, in their own ways. So what we believe is that not telling them that this is the right path for you, rather, these are the paths, and if you do this, this is where you can go. And we empower them to choose the right path for themselves. And we believe in that because our instructors, the way we do our education, and I'm sure you have met some of them already, the way we teach them is that this path could be the right path for me, but may not be the right path for you. So what I want from my life, it's only I as an individual can decide. So that's what we believe in, that we are here to empower you, and you decide what you want to take up in your life and where you want to go next.
You find yourself here at Computek at a very crucial time in people's lives. Courageous people who have left where they come from, they come
Indeed.
here changing their direction, and you're at this pivotal moment in their life where you're seeing their lives change right in front of you. That has to be an amazing and fulfilling experience.
It is, it is. And I think I always say I'm fortunate enough that we, being in sales, we meet so many people. Being in admissions, my team meets so many people. We get to meet people from different countries. We have so much of diversity here, and we get to hear their stories. Some of these stories, if I would even pick one, it's so difficult, but I think it has so much, like they had to go through so much of struggle, pain in their lives to be here, and they're ready to give up their best shot just to ensure that they get a chance to do a big change in their life, which will probably help their family. So I think with this education, and we believe, everybody knows that education is such an important thing in your life to have. That's how I look at it, and everybody at Computek as well. But I think with this education, as this is just like a stepping stone for them, which helps them to change their life. And it's not, oh, they complete this program with us and you are going to be a VP of an organization right away. No, probably not. It depends upon your skills, what your experience has been. But at least it is giving a step for them to go ahead. So for us, I think it's more important when we see our students coming back and telling that we never knew that this could be an opportunity to be explored, or this could have been the job I could have looked up to, or I had the skill, but I've never been working that and I was never happy, but I now know this is what I really want to do, like cybersecurity being one of them. There's so many hacks and all everybody hears about, but nobody knows, can I actually learn that? Do I have a skill for that? So I think it's important for an education system to be so strong that they make their students not only provide them with education, but give them this change, like an opportunity to change their life. But it should be, I would say, like schools. Many schools say that the education actually builds up the mindset of an individual, right? So here we already have somebody who has learned it from their country, coming with a lot of skills, coming with a lot of experiences. Here we're just trying to help them to go to the right path, and hopefully we will be helping them in changing their lives in a very different way. And that's our small way of providing or helping, I would say, or supporting this economy, because we really believe that there's a lot of labor gap there, right? So just doing this is going to help Canada overall as well. That's how we look at it.
Speaking of helping Canada, I mean, Computek doesn't sit here in isolation in this building in Scarborough. It is part of a broader community, a big ecosystem around us,
Yes.
and you're a piece of the puzzle. Tell me the importance of being in the community, being involved in the community, being a partner and collaborative. Talk about that.
Community, I think, is something we all live in, but we never realize what part or what role we have in this community, right? So I think it's very important for everyone to know that you cannot, at least in today's environment, you cannot live in your silos. You cannot. It's very important that whatever you learn or whatever you get from this community, you have to give it back, because that's the way of, I would say, overall development of human. Like, that's how only you can survive in today's world. So looking at how education, like, we are providing students, and we are providing, we are trying to shorten the gap of labor force in this economy. But I think our students, when they go back and they serve, like our PSW students going out and serving our elderly people out there who require support, our community service students going out and giving it to the community by helping them, our cybersecurity students going out and helping the organizations be safe and secure from data perspective. I think it's very important that from community perspective, each individual contribute in on their ways. It cannot be that, oh, I'm doing this and this is the correct way. I think each individual holds their own responsibility of giving it back to the community. But the most important thing, how you get to know. So networking comes with that you connect with people, and there could be many ways you can support somebody else which you're not even aware of. So connecting to people, networking, realizing what your little bit you can provide to the community probably would help us, which is very, very crucial for, I believe, in human survival.
You know, I've had the pleasure of working with some of your team over the last day, and incredible the amount of dedication that people have towards Computek. Everybody is, you know, they're in a boat and everybody is rowing in the same direction. Tell me what your team means to you.
Oh, I think most of the people here in Computek by now know that I just say that Computek is my family and my home, as I mentioned. My team means my family here. I don't think I or anybody else for an instant can succeed or be successful or reach out to their goal without having the support of your teams. So yes, probably today I am here in front of the camera, but it's not me who is doing anything. It's entirely my team who has done important things. So I believe it's very important to have a team which you can rely on, which has a bond among themselves, the people who can trust each other, the people who are honest among each other. They're obviously not going to be success all the time. There are failures, there are roadblocks, but how you work along with each other with those struggles, with those hardships, and come out successfully is very important, because my mom used to say that not all 5 fingers are of the same sizes, right? So how do you work with somebody who is not coming from the same country? I have my colleagues who are from Africa, and they have a completely different belief than what it comes from in India, or somebody from Mexico, or somebody from Uzbekistan, to say, right? So how you understand each other who come from diverse background, you respect their feeling, sit, communicate, and but know that this is the goal, we have to work together. So I think a team for me would be a group of people, which I'm lucky to have right now, who are ready, who understand that there are differences, who understand there could be roadblocks, but who are open to work with each other, respecting each other, and helping each other to reach the success, I think, the goal of the organization or for themselves.
Spoken like a true leader. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for what you do here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.